happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Jesus was.
When Jesus was.
Jesus was.
When Jesus was.
When Jesus was.
When Jesus was.
He washed my sins away.
Oh, happy day.
Yeah.
Paul Cuffee was a notable African-American entrepreneur of momentous accomplishments. But more importantly, Cuffee was an unashamed Christian who joined the Quaker denomination, also known as Friends, in 1808 in Westport, Massachusetts. The Quakers were Protestant Christians whose founder, George Fox, fled England for America after being persecuted for his Christian faith in the mid-17th century. And he was also known for God working through him to do great miraculous healings. Paul Cuffee's father, Cuff Slocum, was a freed slave from Ghana, and his mother, Ruth Moses, was a Native American of the Wampanoag tribe. The Wampanoag tribe were the first friendly Indians the Pilgrims met after stepping off the Mayflower in 1620, and with whom the Pilgrims not only celebrated the first Thanksgiving, but signed a 50-year unbroken peace treaty. Paul was born on Cuddyhug Island between Martha's Vineyard and the mainland as the seventh of 10 children. Like all successful businessmen, Cuffee was an incredibly hard worker. First, Cuffee had no formal education, but like many free blacks at that time, was self-taught. Incredibly, he taught himself to read and write, and even ultimately mastered math and navigation. In 1776, although born free, at only 16 years old, he willfully chose to fight for the Americans in the War for Independence. Towards the end of the war, he was captured by the British and spent 3 months as a prisoner of war. After the war ended in 1783, at only 23 years of age, when he was forbidden to vote, he joined his brother John and after much hard work helped persuade the Massachusetts legislature to allow free blacks to vote. He also worked as a farmer, a carpenter, a fisherman, a sea captain, and sailed on many whaling and cargo ships. He built a successful shipyard and shipping business, employing all black crews sailing to the Caribbean and across the Atlantic to Europe and Africa. Later in life, he was affectionately known as America's first black captain. During the War of 1812, also with the British, he suffered major financial reverses, but incredibly overcame them all, and went on to found the Quaker-Friendly Society of Sierra Leone, which provided money for freed slaves in America to return to Africa and to build their own homes. He purchased a 116-acre farm in Dartmouth, Massachusetts, where he established the first racially integrated school in Westport. Just prior to his death, Paul Cuffee met with President James Madison at the White House, perhaps becoming only the second black to meet with an American president behind Benjamin Banneker, who met with Thomas Jefferson. By the end of Paul Cuffee's life, through God's favor, his own ingenuity, and hard work, this successful entrepreneur accumulated more than $500,000, which is worth over $10 million today. He used his own money to facilitate freedom, equality, and the kingdom of God. In 1813, he contributed over 50% of the money necessary to build a new church for the Westport Friends, and often spoke at their meetings, testifying of his Christian faith. After his death, more than 10 books were written about his life. Despite the incredible suffering, difficulties, and setbacks experienced by most blacks in America at that time, Paul Cuffee was able to overcome, possessing the American dream of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. However, Paul Cuffee's greatest achievement was to overcome every obstacle set before him, all without embracing any hatred or ill will, through the blood of the Lamb and the word of his testimony. In conclusion, no weapon formed against Paul Cuffee could prosper, and every tongue that rose against him in judgment was condemned by his life of success. Paul Cuffee is a contemporary witness, a testimony, a sign that regardless of the circumstance, through Christ, all things are possible.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.